I don't know that this phase one deal is really going to be that good, and certainly not as good as what the market thinks. If anything, it's going to be underwhelming, and at worst, it just doesn't get done. So I think when you look at the differences between what the US want and what China's willing to give up in terms of IP protection, in terms of technology, there's a big gap in terms of what the US originally wanted. There's also a big gap in terms of trade surpluses. There's still a big gap in terms of FX management, none of which are being addressed at the moment to any great degree. So to my mind, I'm very hesitant to believe that this phase one deal is going to get done at all. And if it does, I think it'll just be more token and symbolic, so that maybe both teams can get a win, but really no outcome at the end of the day.
And if it does get done and it is underwhelming, as you suggest, would that be bearish for the markets? Because we essentially got a taste of that the other day on those comments that you referred to from President Trump, saying it may now still be a year off. How do you position then in markets ahead of a likely underwhelming deal coming through?
Yeah, look, I think it will be underwhelming, and I think that's probably one of the better outcomes. And you just look at that, and the market is really pricing for a very good outcome from the discussions, a deal to come through, and for the world to go back, if you like, pretty much to the way it was pre the trade wars. So I just don't see that being the case, and I think this is going to be ongoing for some time. So if that doesn't eventuate, I think we can see a lot of volatility come through, particularly the equity markets, where we've seen, you know, a very strong rally to record highs as soon as the trade deal looked like it get done. FX volatility is at sort of 5-year lows, so I think we can see volatility across both FX and equity markets increase quite significantly. So to my mind, how do you play it? You've got to be playing it a little bit more defensively, I think, than what most people in the market are. The uncertainty has definitely risen. So to my mind, a very defensive stance at the moment, and let's just wait for an outcome, because there's just too much risk in terms of it going wrong, because, you know, we've got record highs in the markets, as I mentioned earlier, and if we don't see a trade deal come through, then we've got to see a lot of repricing, I would have thought, from the current multiples that we're at.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.